Okay, so this isn't a mukbang. This is just a product of me being short on time, and I'm doing this new thing this year where when I get an idea, I'm actually gonna follow through with it. So I wanted to come and talk about Taylor Swift and her new documentary on Netflix called Miss Americana. I watched that the other day, and it was something that I felt like I needed to discuss, since nobody's watching anyway, and I can just talk about these things and maybe find somebody who is of the same mindset as me, and have a discussion about the topics that were brought up in the documentary. But I'm hungry and I have a short amount of time, so I gotta eat me some. I'm gonna go break. Ooh. And you don't even know what I'm eating because, it's not a mukbang. You'll see it when I put it in my mouth. Leftover fry. How do you talk and eat? How do you talk and eat at the same time? This is not hot enough. I will warm this up. So while that's heating up, so whoever put together the documentary did their job as a documentary filmmaker. A lot of these documentaries regarding celebrities, they're biased, well, all documentaries, not just the ones about celebrities. They have an agenda. The point is to persuade the viewer to feel a certain way about a certain topic. So with Taylor Swift's documentary Miss Americana, the point of the documentary was to paint her in a human light, not this big celebrity that everybody paints her out to be, to just show her journey from being a regular ordinary American girl to one of the most famous pop stars in the music industry. And job well done. They did do that. And I try to watch television and movies with an eye of discernment, because I don't want to be easily influenced just by watching something and all of a sudden my opinion has changed. I would say that documentary has changed my opinion of Taylor overall, but it's also a result of me growing up, and it kind of just coincides with what I have going on in my life currently. And my perspective on a lot of things has been taking a turn in the past couple of years. So I just wanted to discuss some of the things that were brought up in the documentary. I cry on a lot of things, but I actually cried, and not even on the sad parts. I cried on like the part where she was, her journey to music studios and doing stage shows. I don't know, it was something about the way it was edited and put together. It's just very very, what's the word I'm looking for? It was very emotional, thought-provoking. My food's ready. Okay. And I've never claimed to be a fan of Taylor Swift. I think for me, it was something like going against the grain. And I'm just now admitting to myself, well, I'm not admitting it, I don't know. I just used to be kind of like ashamed to say that I like Selena Gomez and Demi Lovato and Justin Bieber and Taylor Swift. Because, you know, I grew up with them. We're all in the same age range. And I watched, it's like, we grew up together. So, some of them are a little older than me, but, you know, I'm in the same age range. But seeing them grow up, it was like, that was my childhood. So, now that I'm older and in retrospect, I'm aware of the fact that I used to care about what other people thought of me. So I didn't want to portray myself as somebody that listened to that type of music, if that makes any sense. But I was never a Taylor Swift fan because when she came out, she was doing country music. And I don't care for country music. I do like some country music, but it's more on the realm of pop. And I would say that Taylor Swift was one of the only country singers during, you know, me growing up that I would listen to her music and I would actually sing along. You know, like, this song is catchy, like, it's good, like, it's country, but it's good. So, yeah, and then she switched from country to pop. And I guess, I don't know, I guess there was an element of jealousy in me not liking her as well. Because it's one of those things where everybody's like, oh, Taylor Swift, she's so beautiful. All the guys want her. She's going through guys. And I'm just like, to me, she was just a regular white girl. Like, she was a basic white girl. Like, there were so many girls to me that looked like her that there was nothing to me special about Taylor Swift. And that's not my current opinion. That was just how I felt when she first came on the scene as, you know, a singer. But I'm starting to realize just how much we have invested into the lives of, you know, of famous people. Like, these are people too. Like, why do we paint this picture of someone and want to hate somebody so much that we never met and we don't know personally? And these people, they want that attention, like she said. Like, they get into the business because they want approval from others. They want applause. They want everyone to like them. And that's something that I also can connect with her on, is the need to be the good girl, you know, to have that good girl image and to be liked and to just constantly get approval and never be criticized. I think it's a really common thing. Taylor Swift is a human being. Let's remember that. Taylor Swift, Justin Bieber, Beyonce, Billie Eilish, these are human beings. Just because, you know, they create the entertainment that you consume doesn't give you the right to, you know, form opinions about their character. Now, their actions do say a lot about their personality and their character, but still you don't know that person personally. So why are you so invested in what's going on in their life? And I find myself questioning this too, because I watch a lot of, you know, tea channels and drama channels. I hardly watch the actual news. It's addictive, it is, but we have to step outside of that. And before you start commenting and making statements about it, can you just think to yourself, like, put yourself in that position? I think people think because these people have all this money, they have all this fame, that they shouldn't be hurt or they shouldn't be bothered by what is said about them in the media, like, and how they're portrayed. Like, oh, you shouldn't have a care in the world because you're rich. And it feels like I try to tell myself that not everybody was raised the same way, and not everybody knows of certain things that I consider to be common sense. But this is like a thing that's said, like, that's said socially a lot, that, you know, just because you're rich, money doesn't buy happiness. Like, being rich doesn't exclude a person from being a human being. Like, being famous doesn't exclude a person from being a human being. I can say that there's a little bit of leeway because a lot of the fans of the people who are now in the limelight, they're young kids, you know, tweens and teenagers around the same age I was, when I was just so heavily influenced by anything and everything anybody said about a particular person. So in that light, you can kind of see where some of, you know, the backlash towards them comes from. You know, when you have a fandom that is so easily molded and swayed in certain directions, then of course you're gonna experience things like that. But when it comes to, you know, the grown-ups in the media and the people who understand that everything isn't what it seems, and I hate that our society has painted this picture that people who are famous and in the music industry and actors and actresses, they just have like the perfect life and they can't make any mistakes. They have this one thing I hate that people say: you have the platform, so you have to carry yourself a different way with the platform. The responsibility of the platform. Fuck the platform. Like, I don't know. I feel like people know what they sign up for when they start becoming famous, but at the same time you don't. And I can't remember if it was what's the comedian's name? Tiffany Haddish. Like, they didn't ask for the platform. Why would somebody have to change who they are, like intrinsically who they are, just because they have a platform? Really? The documentary helped me to realize how much we are invested in the illusion of other people's lives, instead of, you know, trying to figure out what's going on in our lives and focusing on ourselves. And in turn, we're harming the people that, you know, we're so focused on. And no, they don't have anything that they lack. They're not starving. They're not in poverty. They're not, you know, running out of pairs of shoes to wear. They're not in any type of situation where it's life or death. But emotions and feelings are just as precious as, you know, someone's circumstances. Is precious the word I want to say? No, emotions and feelings and, you know, one's mental state. Because I don't want to be in the, you know, I don't want to be in the group of people that mental health is, you know, the top priority, which it is. But those things are just as important as the physical things. But physical things aren't even that important whatsoever. Like, it's really not. So, I guess my question is, when is it gonna stop? No, it's probably never gonna stop. But why are we giving it so much energy? Why do celebrities have to make entire documentaries, you know, painting themselves in a certain light because they want to combat what has been, you know, portrayed in the media? Why is that a thing? Why do we attack these people and put all our hopes and dreams and concepts and visualizations of life onto the one person. Like, I just want people to put themselves, I hate this saying, I want people to put themselves in their shoes. I just want to know what other people think. What did you think of the documentary? How did it make you feel? What do you think about what I said in the video? Do you agree? Do you disagree? It may not happen in my lifetime, but there needs to be a big change in a lot of areas in society. I don't know who's going to do the change. I can try my hardest to make some type of influence, but I just really thought that I needed to get on camera and just let it all out. So that's my cue. My time is up. I got another engagement to be at. If you want to see more of my boring ass on camera, subscribe.
I killed Liz. I killed the teen dream. Deal with it.